Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and in today's film we're starting at the harbour and going through Kato Paphos and a little bit of Old Town. So let's have the map up first of all, and you'll see we're heading along up past Papantonio's supermarket into Kato Paphos, down Bar Street, then we're going to come back down Poseidonos Avenue and head up to King's Avenue Mall, and from there we're going to be driving up the B6 to Kennedy Square, and we're going to finish off by having a loop through Old Town and heading up towards the main central Paps. So we're going to go have a little loop round the roundabout first of all, just to show you the seafront that you all love so much. Well, the harbour rather. Seems to be a glut of taxi people using the roundabout as a pick-up and drop-off point for some reason. I say for some reason because there's a taxi rank just up here. Mind the pedestrian. Yeah, there's the taxi rank. And there's the seafront. It's all pedestrianised, so you can't go down there. Well, you can, but you can't go down there in a car. Now, the area to the left of us that used to be the bus station is now returned to being a car park again, which is good to know. There's someone asking for directions. And we're turning right at this roundabout. That bus hasn't come from there, he's come from the bus stop that's now by the Paphos Archaeological Park. Right, so we've got Papantonio's supermarket is now on the right. And you go left here on foot, you can walk through to St. Paul's Pillar area. Now when I start these films, I'm not always sure exactly what route I'm going to go. And I did want to go up to Pinguino's along this road first of all, and then turn left there. But as you will see, there was a little chap standing here waving me, preventing me from going right, so I had to go straight on. I'll be coming back here in a minute anyway, because I wanted to see why I wasn't allowed to go there. Anyway, if you like, excuse me, if you like our films, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and share them far and wide. I'm doing my marketing bit now because I'm going to be driving down here again later, so it makes sense to get it out of the way. And if you want to help us out financially, go to our Buy Me a Coffee page at buymeacoffee.com/PaphosLife and bung us a coffee or two. And if you want to get something in return, then go to our Etsy page and etsy.com/shop/PaphosLife. See, there's more taxis on roundabouts for some reason. Must have been the day for it. And on the Etsy shop, you can buy lots of memorabilia of Paphos, like not candles, calendars, phone covers, mugs, all sorts of things. So have a look at that. This is the start of Bar Street where we're at now. And in the previous film, I'd queried why there were green screens by Baywatch Bar, but apparently they're up whenever it's not open. They put those screens up. It didn't mean that they were closed for renovations or anything. So now we're on Bar Street itself. I don't know why these policemen had been around doing something or other. And he was trying to tell me that there was a weird flap on my car, which has since been sorted. I think about 3 people pointed it out to me. Thank you for them. Now we're coming up Bar Street. There was flares on the left, but we've just gone past, and now you're in the I guess I will call it the one downside. I was trying to think of a more polite term for it, but at the moment it's a dump, this part. But beyond the dump, you have there's a nice restaurant there on the left, which is just well, it's been there about a year now, and now we're getting back into civilized area, so to speak. Again, there's the renovation work on the right, The Keg and Barrel on the left. T&J's fish and chip shop in front of us there. And now we've got Elmira. And a brief pause for traffic. And you can see a bit more of the renovation work, which is coming on slowly now. We don't seem to be in much of a hurry to finish it off, but hopefully they will get it finished. So the question is, why was the road closed? And we're just about to find out. Turns out with the road I wanted to drive up, they're actually resurfacing it. And presumably they closed the whole road, made it only one way so that it's not chaos, which makes sense really. It's better doing it that way than just having huge traffic jams and blockages. I would suggest if they're going to do it like that again, and it's going to be there for like more than an hour or so, that they put up diversion signs. Because it's easy for me to find my way from here to the Bar Street area, etc. But if you're a tourist, you could end up going round and round in circles in this area. I know for a fact that that's true, because before we moved here, I very rarely ventured here in a car because it was such a maze. I mean, it all seems nice and clear to me now, but then it didn't. So if it feels like that to you, don't worry, it used to feel like that for me as well. You are not alone. They appear to be doing that place at Royal Bluff. Whether it is actually still a poker place or not, I don't know. It could just be a bar. But there are definite signs of life in there. It's all good to see. There's some Turkish baths on the left. Old ones. I mean, don't turn up there with a towel. And I'm not quite sure what the area to the left is. I thought at one point it was going to be a bus station, but that's clearly not the case. And you've got the outdoor theatre on the left there. It's all fenced off and you can't officially go in there, so just admire it from afar basically. Because it's an active, well, I say active, a semi-active archaeological site. It's not active like 52 weeks of the year, but normally at some point during, for some reason during the summer months, people appear and start poking around, which I always thought was the weird time, because that's like the hottest time of the year. If I was going to do it, I'd want to do it in, like, say, March, April time. Or around now. Anyway, so we're coming down to Kings Avenue Mall now. Roundabout, sorry. And then we're going to go right, and we'll be going past the Kings Avenue Mall. If you want to get to Coral Bay, you'd basically follow where that bus is going. So presumably that was a 615 bus, though not necessarily. Other buses go that way as well. But I think it's the 615 that goes to Coral Bay. If you've got the park in the mall, you go turn left there. Ah, the new car park they made on the right does appear to be open now, because there are cars parked in it. For a while that was just closed, which is handy because there's a nice Italian restaurant on the left we've just passed, and it's nice having somewhere you can park for it. And there's also quite a few nice takeaways along this little strip. We're coming up to we've gone past Alpha Mega now. There's a new American University of Beirut on the right. They just renovated that building. They did a very good job of that. I keep meaning to go in and filming it, but I haven't got round to it yet. Oh, there will be a new film coming out next week, actually, talking about renovated buildings, on the Berengaria Hotel. It's actually a big film, because I was given a guided tour of it by the company who are renovating it, and it's going to be nearly an hour, well, about 45 to an hour long the film will be in total, but they show me everything, what's happening, what their plans are, etc. So look out for that next week. But it's going to be very interesting. So I've been going up to Troodos quite a few times recently, sorting that out and getting footage for it. but I won't talk about it too much now because I don't want to give away all the best bits before you actually watch it. But that's coming. It's probably going to be released next Thursday, which will be weird because it's Halloween, but that's unintentional. It's just that Thursday is the best day of the week to release a film, I find. I don't know why, it just is. And so that's when it's going out, and coincidentally that's Halloween. But it's not going to be, ooh, Berengaria Ghost. It's nothing like that, because it's just, well, there aren't any, so it would be quite a short film if that was the case. Anyway, we've just gone past the Ibis Maliotu Park, which I walked through on one of my walkie-talkie films recently, and we're coming up to Kennedy Square now. The road on the right, I filmed this on Friday, but it's now open, the road on the right. So they've obviously got to the stage where they were putting the roof on, etc., of the new museum they're building there, which is finished. That part of it is so that you can now go from Kennedy Square and turn left towards Euroscopo again, which is good. Well, on one level it's good, but on another level it's bad, because it means you're going to have to wait more when you're coming down and you want to go to the mall. That makes sense to me, if no one else. Anyway, I do want to go through Old Town, partly because I want to see if there's anything left of Aphrodite's Children, that mural that has been converted into a, well, the mural isn't, the building has been converted to a small hotel apparently. So let's go and have a look through Old Town. There's the main theatre on the right. Now there was a bit of a traffic hoo-ha going on up ahead, because someone had basically blocked the middle of the road. So I decided instead to go through the car park. Originally I was going to see if I could drive and come out the other side and enter the let's call it the Old Town Ring Road system, just for a hell of it, even though it's not really. But you can't from this end because there's a no entry sign and I was filming. I'm not saying had I not been filming I would have gone through the no entry sign. But I'm sure a fair number of people do. But yes, that's where I was going to go, but I'm a good boy, so I turned right and come back the way I was. At least you'll get to see more of this lovely car park and the bus stop station. Can't just call it a stop, it's much bigger than that. On the right there, that's the main one for Paphos City now, I guess. There it is. Anyway, that's given a chance for the bottleneck up ahead to clear. So we can now carry on our journey unmolested. And this funny yellow building we can see coming into view here on the left, that's Pumpkin House. So if you remember Evie from the Artisan Market, that's where she is now, and that's where, I mean, her shop's been there for years, and I've done numerous articles, 360 tours and films of it in the past. I'll be visiting her again. Well, basically, once the Berengaria thing's out of the way, I'll go and see her, I think. Because that was a big project there, so it's taken up a lot of my time. But we're coming through to the main Old Town Ring Road. Right, and here on the left is a building that was previously Aphrodite's Children. You can just see Aphrodite's head poking out the top still. I imagine once they put on the second floor of that the new building extension, they're just going to conveniently plaster over the mural, which might mean that in, say, like 20 years' time, when they're redecorating it, they'll uncover it again. That'd be interesting. That'd be quite a find then. It's funny to think that, really, isn't it? You leave them a message. Because in 20 years' time, will my main website still be up and running? It's a scary thought. I suppose it'll always be there on the Wayback Machine and things like that, and in ghostly Google searches. I mean, will Google still be there? Who knows? 20 years' time. Anyway, that's enough of trying to predict the future. We're going to carry on until we get to the traffic lights up ahead. I did go from there to Papantonio's rather than Lidl, if you're that interested in my shopping habits. But I'm not going to show you it all on film because I've shown it to you before and it hasn't changed since then. On the left, that's the final mural there on the cinematography series, Aruda Fnusna, the story of. It's a Cypriot folktale. Worth investigating. Do a Google, you'll come up with our site. Anyway, on that bombshell, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next film. Cheers!